Alright, and we're back. So yeah, might have been my internet just having a complete conniption fit. Um, but I don't think so. I think it might just be my GPU. Um, okay, yeah, it's my video encoder. Video encoder literally maxed out, as did my 3D. Um, Good sign. Ooh, it's running hot. That's why. Oh no, it's running about normal. Actually a little low comparatively. Like current temp is 63 and um dangerous temp is around 90. Let's see if it's just this spot in the server or if it's just if it might have been me. It looks like it was just me. Fun. Um right, so going back to the what I had. Aaron right now is going to play a disruptor. He's going to be a disrupting character for uh Ashton and Eliza. His main goal is just to make them question things. Um, make them like have good reasoning, right? Not just sitting in the flow, in the current flow state, but actively, rationalizing things and not being stuck in one rut mindset. Um, because as it stands right now, like Aaron's fairly certain Eliza's not doing what she should be doing, what she would want to do. She's doing it because they've made her important to keep her. That's it. She's important. Um, Gave her a big title and was like, hey, look at all the people you could help. Um, and since then, um, the helping is Aaron's mind gonna get overshadowed by, hey, are you making drugs? Are they addictive? Are they bad? Are you basically making your equivalent to cocaine? Okay, you're giving it to people. Oh, you're physically not, but your group is. One that you're helping, you're kind of in charge of. Hmm. Okay, that's fine, right? You have no qualms with being like your group being considered drug trafficking. What about weapons manufacturing? You're fine with that too? You're fine that you are making and distributing weapons? Because, you have to. Self-protection from, the people who want to destroy this place. Because that's justifiable. Right? Violence is justifiable. Like, that's the line of questions that's going to very quickly get, like, Aaron's hoping is enough to take Eliza off of being just like justifying everything as okay, because he's like, okay, you're making weapons for yourselves. Are you selling the weapon? If you're making it for yourselves for self-defense and you make just enough to defend yourselves with, and then you stop. I think that's reasonable. I don't have an issue with that. Like, Aaron has no issue with that line of like, all right, you made stuff so that you could defend yourselves with because you're being attacked violently, and you need a way of counteracting that violence. So having a deterrent of your own weapons makes sense. But now, once you start distributing that violence, you no longer get a say in how it's used. You're just perpetuating the status quo. That's not okay. So going from like that mindset, getting them out of the, well, but it's what everyone wants us to do. Like, okay, everyone wants to drink the poisoned punch. Should you? Should you let them? The answer is no. No, you shouldn't. This one is just I feel like ah is mm, but okay. So for Ashton at least, um, there's not a lot he can do for him until he talks to Eliza. Okay. So he needs to talk to Eliza first. Do you think? Um, hmm, where? Yeah. So dealing with Ashton is not gonna be an easy thing. Um, 'Cause he's still building his thing, right? He still thinks he's building what they wanted. I am still very much under the impression nothing's gonna happen unless Diego wants it to. And Ashton's just gonna have to fall in line whenever that is. And so whenever that happens, like, he'll justify it that it's still not as bad as Eliza because, you know, being told you're not doing enough or not doing anything. And I was like, okay, well, what'd you do? I was around for, you know, almost 2 months. I saw you twice during all of that. What'd you do? You complained that, like, you just disregard, like, you didn't have any input. But she asked everyone what their thoughts were, what to do. Like, it feels very much like Ashton's been programmed to just not trust Eliza anymore. But she's the problem. That, like, Diego's initial idea of drugging the water so everyone in the city becomes a drug addict for a bit and understands to help understand people's plight, and make people, like, almost force people to destigmatize it sounds absolutely bonkers, right? That is insane. um like, completely insane. But the reasoning behind it can make sense for someone. Oh, you're destigmatizing people. Like, yeah, you're temporarily, like, high one time and now they'll understand. And it's like, no, you just made a lot of addicts who have avoided it knowing they're addicts, but you just force them against their will. Like, that's not okay. That's never okay. I think the hardest part for me right now, is trying to portray Aaron as both, like, broken, so he's not thinking straight. He's not. I'm having too many coherent thoughts and not enough, like, flawed logic, right? Flawed thoughts, like, someone who's broken isn't going to think rationally all the time. They're going to jump to different. Um, they're going to have problems articulating their point correctly. Um, their emotions will get the better of them, which I have an idea of how I want to play it out. Which is Aaron yelling all the time when he gets even slightly frustrated. It's just going from, you know, I think, like, making him very controlling is another aspect. He had no control for months, and now he wants nothing but control. Which is he'd never wanted control ever. He didn't want responsibility. Like he didn't want to be the one who makes choices for people. Um, and now he's like he still doesn't want to do that. Like in the grand scheme of things, he still does not want to make those choices, but he might have to. They're tire one, way more tire ones, which in some ways are nice. In ways they're not. They pay better. Also let me eat a bit more, which is handy. Yeah. Now that timer is completely fucked up. My the 20-minute ad timer is now like really off because of the I disconnected from um, Twitch for I have no idea how long. A couple minutes. Is that another EJ? Did I just see another EJ? Esmeralda, Julio, Ricardo de la Rosa, Ramirez. No, not Jimenez. It's Ramirez. Accept it, but we're gonna go see if there's food again. I do not want to just. Um. What else? What else? What else? So, I guess going a little bit into Um, like I've been trying to think of like Aaron's feelings. Like, where is he at internally? Um, because there's a lot of things that are wrong. He's been dealing with a lot of things for a while. Okay, one open. Coming soon. Both. Hello, are you open by any chance?
Hello.
Can I get two combos, please?
2 combos, sure. It's on the register for you.
Um, well, avoiding mainly. He's avoiding everything. It's easier to do. um,
2 combos.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Do. Might have to reconnect. That was super delayed. Um, so the like one is fear of losing people. Right? He's already dealt with losing the person he cares most about. And was trying to like it took him a while to get out of it. And then like coming here, finding Eliza, which again was not the plan for him. It was the plan for me, but not for Aaron. Aaron didn't know Eliza was here. Um, but like not having realizing that everyone that he started to care about before he himself got kidnapped. Um, like they've all changed drastically from his memory, um, which is concerning but also frustrating. It is it's very frustrating to
Hey, sorry.
like I'm just leaving. I'm good. Um, so it's like everyone he cared about is like changed. What he feels like is almost overnight. It's not, but feels like it. Um, then he gets back from that is uh like proceeds to be shown a lot of compassion by these people, by the people he cares about. Um, Bonds with someone he wasn't expecting to bond with, Ava, because they weren't close. But when he was like talking with Chaos, he was around. He was closer with Seth, funnily enough, who she had to kill, or her, you know, group had to kill. Which I always look back at that and like, this is why you don't join groups. Um, because at any point in time they can just be like, "You're bad for our person. You're taking them away from us. We're gonna deal with you." And then the group explodes a couple months later, and you're like, well, was killing a person you care about worth it for something that's no longer around? Like, um, I think if Ava does anything that kind of pisses Aaron off, like touches a nerve for Aaron, that comes out. It is weaponized hurt, um, like weaponized pain. Heard a helicopter. Might actually have to go back and grab more tires. Wow, who left it? Um, so he's extremely vulnerable. He's lost. He's figured what to start doing. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it is something. It's giving him at least a direction to go. But he's also just incredibly angry or just enraged. Um, Mainly by the fact that most people just seem to not care. Can't laugh at the guy just killed himself. Gonna wait for a second because ads just hit. Okay. He's very much enraged. He's enraged at what happened to him. He's enraged that he knows he's not the only person who's dealt with it. That the group that caught him is also the group that killed Leah, which is already like an issue. It was already an issue. And one day he was like, I'm going to let this go. I won't try and directly deal with them, but I want as much as I'd like to. And now he's like, nah, I'm gonna deal with them. And so that rage at wanting to be left, like putting aside his own pain so that others don't get hurt, came back in some ways bit him in the ass, which makes him like, okay, well then there's no point in not doing this. But also there's the fear that he's gonna get captured again and tortured, or killed at that point, which again breeds hesitation, and that's some very opposite emotions, right? Wanting to blow something up because, it's evil and has wronged you completely. And then, but then also afraid to go and afraid to do stuff for fear of being captured and tortured again or killed, because that's the next step. The next step is being killed in his mind. So what do you do in that? Like, how does he feel about that, and what is his mindset for that? And I'm currently of the opinion that the rage is there. It will always be there. It will always be under the surface. And outwardly, he needs to show that he's not gonna do anything. Right? Outwardly, he can't be hostile. Inwardly, he can be as hostile as he wants. He can have that vendetta. And he can want to pursue that vendetta. And do it under the surface. Getting others to do it or help him do it. But also, like, kind of, but not really. Because he knows he can't do it by himself. He's not that person. He is not the person to like, lead people. That is not him. He is someone who comes up with plans. Normally. But right now, he's not in a position to come up with a plan, to draw a layout of what we should be doing, like what he should be doing. Yeah, I think that would be another fun character idea to play with for a future character, is literally someone whose entire thing is like, all right, here's our 3-month plan. This is what we're going to do to get to this point. That's what we want to get to, right? So we do A, B will happen. When B happens, we do C. C causes D and E. We ignore E and we focus on D first. Once we do D, we get to F. F will cause T to happen because group X wants to also do D. And so we kind of fall back and we let them, and they take all the heat, and then we come back and we, take over. Yeah. More of a mastermind, less of a mass manipulator. Being a master manipulator is very hard to do with this many people. Reliably. But I think having, like, being able to plan something so far in advance and have most of it come to pass would be really cool and really interesting to me. Alternatively, I can also just play the no head, do what's fun thing that a lot of people tend to do. I feel like that's one of the most common things, is just, I don't think about the consequences, I just do what's fun. We're gonna go. God damn. Oh, broke my leg. Cool. I have to go to the fuck up middle to get that. Oh, so Bobo, that was my first character. That's what he was going to do. He was gonna, like, learn how to do, like, how all the crime worked in the city. as best as he could. And then trade how to do things, where to find things, while also saying like, oh, I found, someone found out that, government's actually the one running the cargo ships. Um, like there's a lot of, currently a lot of things going on. That's all due to this. He was going to be inserting his own stuff as a doctor, actually. Everyone goes and sees a doctor, and a lot of people talk around doctors, just assuming they're not going to say anything. It'd be really interesting to just be the person who's like, oh yeah, group earlier came in and talked about that. They said this, and everyone being like, wait, what? Another group said that. Oh, it must have been this group. How did this group know? How did they figure that out? Well, we can't be behind. We can't be behind them, so we need to also do this thing. That was the idea. It's just playing off of the group dynamic, and then making having an alternative, or having an alias that his whole thing is just like confirming rumors, confirming how things are done.
I mean, that's true. Just kind of.
Right. Go to Tier 1, following that.
That one old guy looks like the old guy in the mask. What the fuck was that?
What's up, man? How's it going? What, your leg's broken?
Sprained. Car hit me.
Oh, shit, man. What, did you get him? Wait, were you towing? What were you...
Yeah, no, just replaced the fucker's tire, and he just came straight through and hit me with it.
Damn, bruh.
How's this
Wait, let me,
guy? Yeah.
Oh, well, I stabbed him.
Oh.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. Yeah, I stabbed him.
What do you do? Just
He's just like...
yuck your
I don't
yum?
know. Yeah, I'm British. I had like an urge, to start getting stabby about it and stuff. You know how it is?
No, I don't actually.
What? Sir?
I'm not British.
Are you not a criminal?
I'm not British.
Are you not a criminal, though?
Not really.
Oh. But what do you do? You've got slash and scars on your face. Well, how did you get those?
We're not to talk. No.
Wait, what do you mean, man? Wait, is it a sore subject?
Yeah, just a little personal.
I'm gonna kill you.
You see, he's aggressive, man. He's aggressive.
Yep. Hello, this is Aaron.
Oh, I'm gonna add phone as the tow truck driver guy. I got you, Aaron. Thanks again, boss, and
course.
hopefully you took that money, right?
No.
Why not? God damn it! All right, well, listen. If I ever need a tow, I'll hit you up. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
I appreciate you.
Of course.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hey. That was gonna be part of the plan. Was um. So initially, yes, it was gonna be uh.
The one time this entire week where there's
I can't say what Osvaldo looks like.
He's so hip.
He's gonna be touching someone's hip.
What the?
Bro,
Who does
why
that?
you gotta make it crazy?
The
There's
hell?
no doctor back there, by the way.
No doctor.
Oh.
You're such an asshole.
I'm joking. You look like
That was initially the idea, Bobo. It won't work. It didn't work. Oh yeah, very much so. It takes a lot of work. I personally had put in months of work. One of the clips on the channel is actually my shows my work. All the social connection stuff.
Mohawk.
Howdy. There was a very big, like, I had the urge to knock out the clown. Just to have Osvaldo, like, I'm like, all right, you can do with him what you wish. Osvaldo. They're just going from call to call. Landing to refuel. Lando Mining Co. is back. There he is. Hasn't put his name up. Yup. So, I might do something similar to what Derek? Oh. And why am I blanking on the streamer? He plays a character named Silas. And for a little bit, he set up a camera in a really good spot overlooking the lighthouse back when I was playing Nox. It was all about the lighthouse shenanigans. And he literally set one up and just, he would go to work for like 6-7 hours. And then come and stream the entire thing. And then go through it as fast, like on 2x speed, and write down who he believed he saw. And so doing something like that with those cameras would be kind of an interesting thing. Is recording them instead of streaming it, because I'm not going to stream for that long. I'm not going to do that. I also just went full automated. I'm driving north. But I have like multiple things to. That's another new one, I think. Sonora, so between Sonora and Sonora Freeway. I'll have to come back and take a look at that one. That's, I think, new as well. I didn't buy more tires. Shit. One of the main reasons I went back. Well, ads are hitting. We're gonna do this one. Then I need to go bio. Get on one of the cameras, and then I will go bio, and so people can see if anything interesting happens there. Streams side. Can't see because of vent face. Quick, an actual toe or a fire. Go back for car. Yeah. I'm not gonna. Alright, I'm gonna bio. You get to watch this for a bit. Alright, I'm finally back. What did I miss? We'll grab tires. Any of the breakdowns right now? I'll do that right here, where there is a sneaky bomb planted somewhere around there. Nowhere, I just know it's there. So this trailer up here, very thinking I'm gonna go look in it. Okay. Hello? In here? Vader? Yeah, sounds like just random stuff. Locals doing stuff. Doesn't look like there's anything here. I'm not gonna check the car. That feels too invasive for what Aaron would do. Need to see if Frank's around now. Might be. Nope, is not. There we go. Lando. We see if Johnny's still keeping up the whole Lando thing. Oh. There is a white fog. One of the things I do, I do kind of miss is having paranoid character, like an overly paranoid character. Nox was really funny because like you'd see that like light fog and be like, I have fog following me. In reality, it's just light fog, I think. Ugh. Brain stuck, I think. Fill up this real quick. I double charged. All right. Is 6. Back to the tow yard real quick. This tire away. If we get any parts, might be still a thing. I don't know. Yep. Still fucking bugged. Got some. Destroy it. don't know where you go to put your your expired IDs. Can't throw them away. Nora is constantly around. I just don't know if Nora remembers Aaron or not. I think the other important thing right now is he's trying to blend into being kind of a criminal. Like Aaron wasn't above doing criminal acts before. Into the sewers, he pulled moonshine. It's considered illegal. He's like, that's stupid. Shouldn't be illegal, but it was. Then there's the wanting to do more, I guess, illegal activities just to blend in more in some ways. But I also don't think just doing common criminal activities is enough. That one might be dead. No. That's better. Now it's showing damaged. Annoying. Alright. All right. And now we're downwind, so where he shouldn't just mow me over. You shouldn't. Doesn't mean he still won't. At times, some of these people just like the AI just backs up. It's crazy. To me, it's still absolutely insane that people are like, I'm selling this vehicle for $1 million. And I'm like, what? Oh, 100%. And there are a couple people who, like, some people have a couple assets in the server right now that if they were to sell them, they could probably get like 60 to 70 million for. Just based off of like what is wanted. Someone has a giant warehouse. There's a lot of people who would pay a lot of money to get that warehouse. Property in this on the server is hard to come by, which is interesting because I know there are other servers that have like property is almost infinite. You just be like, yeah, I want this house, and you can sell it, or you can buy it, and so it becomes like where you want to set up. But every house on the map is purchasable at one point in time, which is crazy. That's a lot of work to make sure that they're all purchasable. But the reason why, at least right now, I think 4.0's housing is so bad is the devs have to go in and edit them specifically because of how they have things set up. So they have to go into each house and draw up the blueprints basically for it, like carve out what the area, like make sure things are. It's not just a snap of your fingers. Oh yeah, it's done. No, there's a lot of things that go into it, and they can either increase the housing by a couple every, like every month, or they can fix bugs, make more content for those in the server to experience at scale instead of just instead of 4 people getting housing. They can make it so like 300 people you know are able to experience whatever they want to experience. or have it be experienced. And then they're also working on 5.0, which I'm assuming they're kind of already fixing the housing stuff for that. I think they recognize like there are some issues. It removed twice. One too fast. Sprint away. So I don't get absolutely murdered by that person. A chronicle window, nope. We are going to yeah. I'm wondering if they got told to move because they became too suspicious there. That's a new insult. Just about to be like, I think we break and we figure out, we wait until we get the next one. God, these happen way faster now than they used to. I remember when I was originally, I tried being a tow truck driver on Knox because I figured that would actually be one of the easiest ways of kidnapping people. Is to just tow their cars. Get people to chase after you. And like you would get one of these once like once every like 15 minutes at best. Like you were waiting around for a while. I remember I would have to drive back into the city every time. And then the amount of money you would make would be about $600 per. Would be on the high end. And so like the only way that you would get a lot of money is actually doing Mosley deliveries. Those paid about $2K each. There'd be people who would just sit at tow and all they would do is only do Mosley's delivery. Which aren't like requires someone from the server to have bought a car at a dealership, and then a tow driver gets, excuse me, the order to go pick it up. It's funny because like I could do is go buy, I don't know, a bike for, I think it's like 1800, 1800 or less. Go pick up the bike, my own bike, drop it off and make a profit. Which is stupid. You just do that over and over and over again. Would be exploitation of a bug. It's not a bug. Exploiting the system in not a intended way. My thing is, if you're having to exploit any of the systems, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's not how it should work. Car looks like it's... This will probably pay the least. Only be like $400 to $500. I'll probably have to go all the way up to, Harmony for it. Not Harmony. This is Harmony. Sandy Shore. Toledo. There we go. That's what I was. Let's see. Oh, just Harmony. Oh. I know, I'm still like, okay, how to run Aaron. How to... He's been too chipper, too happy, too excitable in some ways. He's talking all, I don't know. Woo! Any toe? Yes, but not for that. There's part of me that goes, what, don't like the constant beeping? The problem is that's gonna be really hard to put to create an environment that triggers. Like he's going to actively be avoiding that. There's in some ways a reason why talking to Eliza might be good is because it will put all of that in his mind, right? That'll he'll be in that headspace of remembering what he's lost, remembering what he's been doing, or what hasn't he been doing. Because while right now I'm not playing the soundboard, it's still happening to him. He's still hearing her voice. He's still being affected by it. There's just, I don't know. At times like this, like going into a, like the deep dive of the character, like in this environment where there is no one to talk to, no one to kind of play, like have that interaction with, to see, is cool. That's it. Fun. As well, yes, I can play the that game, or that thing of like, okay, yeah, let's just constantly be RPing, which, is something you should do regardless. To me, there's a point in which you are also just trying to develop the character's mindset as much as possible. And you can't do that sometimes by playing the character, but by like trying to play their inner thoughts. Oh shit, that was a lot. Okay. How fucked up the car is. 80s, it's fine. Like right now, I think it's like, for me at least, when it comes to Aaron, wanting to play him correctly, wanting to play his emotional state and mental state the right way is the most important. It's also one of the hardest things to play, because I have not been in this situation. Now the whole point of the RPing is you RP things that you've never experienced before, and try and put yourself in those situations. My issue is I'm having fun as a person, not as the character. But that still translates through, especially in my voice, to the character. And it's a problem, sadly. Because yeah, I think like his goal now is to infiltrate the Faceless, if possible, and then blow up Humane Labs. That's it. 2 very achievable goals. Very achievable. Go right back where I was. Now to complete those actions, the first one needs him to kind of start integrating into criminal life. He needs to know who to talk to, and he knows people who know who. He knows people who know are close to the Faceless. Now, there is the alternative of going back to Misha and Ravens, but he won't do that. Ads are on. We'll wait a moment. I think they're only going to be 15 to 20-second ads because there shouldn't be a lot. You could go back to Misha. He's not going to. He, in some ways, burned that bridge. I think the bigger thing is Aaron has self-respect, and being talked down to, being told you are a child, and you don't know what it takes to do what you want to do, is like a slap in the face. And wait, it's a slap in the face, which is not what is not okay for Aaron. Aaron's very much just like, no, fuck that. We don't associate with those. Like, I don't associate with those people. That means that one's out. That easy, in some ways, the easiest in is out. He then so he then needs to, like, go in the next place. Is attire. Yes. So, yeah, so it means he needs to get in with a different group that is attached to Faceless. Figuring that out while also maintaining his in some ways, I should just keep making him be indifferent, like showing indifference. Even with Hound saying like it looks you gave up, and he's like, yeah, kind of did. Like that was kind of the point. He had given up. He wasn't doing anything. Just put some clothes on and was just like, whatever. I don't care how I look. I don't care how I'm dressed. And now she's gone. How I come across, like, I don't care. Which is probably closer to how I should be playing him. Is just completely gray. Like almost dissociative. Because that would be adequate for where he's at. Where he can yeah, pretty much. Like he's not, he doesn't care what happens even to himself because it's not really him. Like he doesn't see it as him. At the same time, like, he still has thoughts and feelings about people. And so, like, woo. And so like when it involves them, then he actually like kind of becomes awake. And so to them he'll seem fine. Yes and no, Bobo. I mean that's just depression. Like that's just completely depression. Which I mean is accurate enough. Usually if you are dissociating, you tend to fall into depressive episodes or are depressed. But I think more of around those he cares about, he appears fine. Because the last thing he wants is for them to worry and or see him as being a burden on them. I think that would probably be closer. So he'll fake it because faking is easier or less risky that way. It's less risky. Is it's all this stuff. You just set it all down right here. And one thing. That can Yeah, it's more of I don't want to be a burden, right? It's that mentality. I'm in a bad spot. I'm not okay. But if I tell people I'm not okay, um, and try and be vulnerable with them, they're going to be like, I don't want to. I'm dealing with my own shit right now. I don't need to deal with yours. Don't tell me. I don't want a part of it. Or I haven't told you that I'm dealing with too much. You just added on more, and I'm about to break because of you. I think that's the closer reality for him. Is I'm about to, the person I'm about to tell that I'm not okay is already about to break due to the weight of everyone else who's told them that they need to, um, about like everyone else's problems and their own problems, and they don't have a person to. And so they're about to break, and me telling them finally, like, is the tipping point. It is the straw that breaks the camel's back. And now I'm the reason. I'm the reason they, do something incredibly stupid or foolish. Even though all I was doing is asking for help. Because when he came back, he initially did that, right? He was actually very vulnerable with people. Uh-oh. Am I going again? Let's see how my encoding, my bitrate goes. 'Cause it says it's fine, but who knows? He already did that previously. Was vulnerable for some, and that's why they asked him, when he's come back, Ava reached out immediately and was like, hey, we need to talk. Ashton was like, hey, we need to talk. It is very telling to Aaron that Eliza has not. That's a very big deal. A very big deal that she, who was all about giving people a safe place to be caring and considerate of others, has completely disregarded Aaron. Is like, he's like, okay, I mean, fair. I basically said, like, you ran away and I was very angry. Then you give me a place to stay and I disappear for months. But like, his raw emotions towards her haven't changed. And I think she might already recognize that they haven't changed. But it's also why I like, especially when he's going to be around like Ashton and Ava, I want him to still have the auditory hallucinations happening while he's with them. Because he's going to pretend to be okay, and that's going to be a stressor to invoke those a little bit more. And then show them that he is not okay. And either giving them that opportunity to follow up or not. Because that is one of the things that always needs to happen, is giving choice. up. Attach it. Reattach it and it'll work. Fun. Fun. The one nice thing, or the one thing I will say is it's giving me a very good idea of my next character and how I want to play them, is dealing with all this errand stuff. Also, we'll do this run real quick, and then once we're done with this, I'm probably gonna call it. Gotta start getting ready for work. As it's turning out, I am having to work more and more. I'm having to go in early, stay later. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I still got to do up, and there's Frank. Yes and no. We got someone who's or if I really want to. I missed a call. All that I missed. 621? You even look it up? No, you can't. No one I know. Yeah, so we hired someone for the mornings finally for my job. Great. Means probably by the end of this month they'll be in the lab able to do stuff. Right now there's not I don't have a plan on what to do. I'm currently still unboxing shit and like just putting them away. And yeah, yesterday I worked 7.5 hours with no break. That was fun. That was me just losing track of time. Just trying to finish what I was doing. Was unboxing all the microscopes. Today it's going to be hilariously not putting the microscopes away, though I should do that. That'll probably be late tonight once a class is done. I will need to I have to go and keep grabbing stuff from our store, or where our storage is, and empty that completely out by like next week. I think that is someone driving a bus. I don't think that's the normal bus. I don't think a bus goes up this far. Yeah. So character currently is, I think that's, I'll be playing a little bit more while I'm at work today, just thinking of what I should be doing with the character, with Aaron, and trying to see what I'll do when he starts talking with Eliza. For a bit, he was going to potentially join do Babylon. I thought that would probably be the best fit for him. Now, I don't think it's going to be. I think that's kind of like that's going against what he kind of was meant to do. I think him joining a group is fine, but it needs to not be a permanent group. It needs to be like a part-time group. Mainly because I don't have the time to invest into a full group every day, which is usually what you need. Other 20K today. Just so much money. And then as for tomorrow, we'll see when I start. I just got a text from my mom, who's going to be around in my area for first time in a couple months, so I might go have lunch with her. So I will be starting later, potentially. We'll see. If we can do brunch instead, that would probably be better for me, but you know. We'll do that, and then yeah, tomorrow should be, like, I will be streaming. I don't know exactly when, but I will. I hope that Haley is feeling better. I would love to have the conversations, but if they are still not feeling good, they need a rest. I will go and bother probably Gecko. Gecko, whoever plays Frank, maybe even Nora, just to finally be like, hey, this needs to be told to someone. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. They do know I am in some ways slightly spoiled with jumping in and like getting involved in stuff almost immediately, and so finally coming back and not having that be a thing, because it's been, you know, I need to gain back that that status of, you know, being around and not just dropping out randomly. So I will need to be around for at least, I think, a month reliably to really start getting traction again. All these billboards changed. Yeah. Hmm. That is one of the guards for one of the bank trucks. Someone's hit a bank truck. When we get, if we get a response from Frank today, that'd be great. If not, give me space. Those. Bug. Go into the city? Oh, just the one right there. Awesome. This, and then, yeah, we'll go ahead and call the street. Head back into the city. I'll probably stay in the server, but I'll just be having when the camera's on and staring at that until if I get a call from Frank. How much money for such a short trip? Person who would hate the other truck driver would blow up that fuel tank now and explode everything. Just like, nope, I'm the only one who's allowed to be a tow truck driver. uh I don't think I really paid attention to over here. Huh. I think I go that's a place I'll go tomorrow. I'll come and search this area. I don't think I've searched this area before on any character. Someone's apparently a lot of meetings. Oh boy. All right. Once we pull into the pull in over here, I will turn the stream off. I don't think anything else is gonna happen. People. There. Oh, I didn't check the glove box. Box. Nothing. Cool. Vehicle. Here. Got a box of car parts. Nice. Oh. Well now. That's a pretty good turbo to get. Just like the best one you can get. That's money. If I want it. But, thank you guys for, sticking around. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye.